Hello again and welcome back to another one, and today we'll be focusing on Curtain Call 2 from some of the most hilarious reactions so far since Eminem's Curtain Call 2 release date announcement. For instance, from those who think the cover is Eminem trying to copy MGK. In fact, someone on Reddit needs new friends right now, as apparently someone in their group chat said the same, when the original photo is actually closer to when MGK tweeted, "Eminem makes me wanna quit rapping," compared to the releases of Rap Devil and Killshot. But today we have more than just reactions to the cover. We got some interesting details of what to expect in the near future from Eminem. For instance, why is Snoop and Cabby shooting a video for From the D to the LBC? And we'll work our way up to the info from associates that show we could be in for big things ahead. First, we'll start with details that have been spotted on the cover. We got MMLP2, Shady 15 with the hockey mask and the chainsaw. The flags probably represent revival. Recovery icons that include the medic sign and the skyscrapers. This that's similar to Relapse. And for the numbers flipped upside down, we see ooh. And some have linked this to fact too. We also see is ill, hellish, a-hole, and how it'll look if you are European. Get it? The 6 probably represents the numbers of solo albums counting from Relapse to Music to be Murdered by Deluxe. And before we get to more from the cover, some details about the album have sparked polarizing reactions, as from Eminem's website it says we get one additional previously unreleased track that will be revealed in the coming weeks, and many are angered by this on social media, though some believe people are overreacting on Reddit. The user states, "This sub is too much sometimes. It's a greatest hits album, so why would there be a bunch of new songs? I'd say 3 new songs is very appropriate." But other wild theories have also popped up online with claims like this. Calling it now, Curtain Call 2 is fake and it's just a distraction for the real album to drop on August 5th. Some other theories suggest the Curtain Call 2 cover on M's Insta is one of 4 covers with one release every week until the final one on release day. Adds a new angle to the 1 of 4 can play on the pinball-themed cover. Who knows? But back to the details on the cover, something sparked conversations across platforms. The Game Over written on the cover, and states like it literally says Game Over on the cover already. Y'all think that one unreleased song is a diss eyes emoji. On this platform, a user states the artwork has the game diss already, bottom left corner reading Game Over. But some have shut this down. No, it's a pinball machine. Balling plays lit up, meaning that someone would be currently playing. Game Over is dark because the game isn't actually over since someone is playing. And moving on, when it comes to the album cover in general, boy, the hate's been real on Twitter. You don't have to like it, but I find it interesting that most of the people pressed about the cover aren't even people who consider themselves fans of Eminem. This one blew up on Twitter. Eminem can't be serious with this, laughing my bum off. And this is what I mean in reaction to this post. Witnessing Eminem come into the game with 3 straight classics and then drop some of the worst rap music in the last 2 decades is something I would have never bet on it. Ish makes me sad. Now ask yourself, what's that got to do with the cover of a greatest hits compilation? Like, why so emotional? Imagine being this invested into something you've not enjoyed for 2 decades. And by the way, this is all fluff just to hate. Relapse, Recovery, MMLP2, Kamikaze, Music to be Murdered by are all dope. A majority of actual fans agree across platforms, and there's objective data to back this up. And now some have concluded what we already know. Twitter really hates anything Eminem does. One user expands on the levels to this buffoonery. I saw someone saying the Curtain Call 2 cover is M in quotes, trying to be young and hip and failing. Ah yes, pinball machines, the #1 thing kids love these days. In fact, some completely missed the plot in reaction to the cover. Definitely not what I expected from M, who turns 50 this year. Shake my head. Blank said earlier he wishes we got a 444 type project from M, and I couldn't agree more, but I guess we'll see. Shrugs emoji. People just gotta join conversations, even if they have no idea on what they are talking about, and this got fans confused. I didn't understand this tweet at all. It looks like he hasn't seen a greatest hits album in his life. Like it's a cover to a greatest hits album, whale slipping Jay-Z into the conversation. Personally, I've received thousands of messages about Eminem across platforms, and I've never seen 444 appear in any of them. Any Eminem fans out there who want Eminem to rap about stocks, investment, financial advice? Because other than that, Eminem's been doing deep, personal, introspective music for years about his life, family, and more. Good examples in Recovery, MMLP2, even Revival. Been there, done that. Some even expanded. Eminem made an introspective album in 2010 called Recovery. He's already done that way before 444. Turning 50 doesn't have to mean that you can't have fun and playful anymore. You can hate the cover, but it's a greatest hits compilation. This isn't a new project. Another adds, who compares a greatest hits to a studio album? Loudly crying emoji. What does this person think Curtain Call 2 is? Loudly crying emoji. And seeing how emotional people who actually say they don't care about Eminem are getting about this cover, some have concluded in response to some threads. This entire thread is the reason M doesn't announce prior to release or promote albums anymore. I mean, you're already dissecting and hating on this compilation album even before it's out. Shake my head. On Reddit, some even want to launch a petition to change the cover.
Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity?
But on a serious note, check this out from Paul Rosenberg. 5th of August, it's time to revisit the greatness of the last 15 years or so. More to follow. Eminem Curtain Call 2 from the D to the LBC. Yes, there will be physical product, vinyl and merch. You aren't ready for the Paul part though. So Paul says more to follow. James Larez says shady season. So what do you guys think? Does this give credence to some of the theories we've seen so far? Tell us below. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoy content like this, and see you on the next one.